Dear friends, today I am going to speak about opium factory in Ghazipur. This factory is a unique institution in India and it was established by the British government in 1820. Since then, this factory is operational under the government of India. Despite this factual knowledge, this factory grabbed the attention of common people after the publication of Sea of Poppies by Amitabh Ghosh, because he articulated the opium trade in his book and cited Ghazipur district several times in his fiction. As far as this factory is concerned, there is a disconnect between local people and the factory. There is a sheer lack of information on this factory in the local areas, as I belong to this place. In this backdrop, I am trying to lag the gap. As far as this factory is concerned, the colonial discourse shed light on it, and they dedicated several chapters on this factory. As far as Gazetteer of 1909 is concerned, the author dedicated several pages on this factory, and with help from that chapters you can articulate the kind of institution it was during the colonial period. In that gazetteer, you will find that the several villages were closely associated with the production of opium, and British government fetched the crop and processed it and sold it to the entire world and earned a huge amount of capital. It is interesting to note that the Rudyard Kipling came here in 1888 and wrote a write-up on it. As we all know, he was a leading British writer. You can imagine the kind of association it has with the colonial government. Basically, he was invited by an agent in the factory. He was also from Britain. Another important thing is this factory engaged around 1.5 million small pigeons. It is a staggering number, and you can imagine how this factory was instrumental in intensifying the economic activities. But all these economic activities served the British interest. This factory was not constructed for the local people. They supplied the produce to the rest of the world, and they served the interest of colonial government. However, the local people from these areas suffered because this crop was very labor intensive. After the several years, the production, especially harvesting of this crop has discontinued as the local people complained about it, and this factory procured the opium from other parts of India. And in these areas you will find that there is a disconnect between the local people once the production has stopped. I mean, the harvesting of this crop has stopped. But as far as Ghazipur district is concerned, the opium factory is an important identity marker for this district, and local people used to speak about it once they will visit to the other parts of country. As far as this factory is concerned, there is a very important academic work, and I would like to mention here is the peasant production of opium in 19th century India. The book is written by Rolf Bauer, and he mentioned that he was inspired by Amitabh Ghosh. However, he was working on this topic when Amitabh Ghosh wrote his book Sea of Poppies, and this book is very interesting account to understand the opium trade, how it was thriving in the colonial period, what kind of cultivators were associated with it. This is a very interesting book, and one can read it if you are interested in understanding the opium trade in India and the rest of the world. Thank you so much.